work.
So I bet they on their face right now.
What is happening? Little quick jam sesh for me. Step in the building. In the building. Let me grab my things. You know you got to jam in the morning on your way to work, or if you work for yourself. Could have bagged up a little bit more, but hey, you got to jam on your way. You got to have a good morning, good start to the day. Sorry if it's a little dark in here. I don't know if it is. Let me see. It's actually not that pretty dark, but yeah, just got here real early before we open up. Just wanted to make this quick video. It might not be that quick. It might be longer than 10 minutes. So if it is, suck it up, man. Dang. Let me hit these lights real quick. But make sure they all turn on. Sometimes they tripping. But yeah, you guys read the title. You guys already know what this video is about to be about. It's gonna be over. Should you basically, if you're getting into the detail game, do you wanna just jump and get a shop, or do you wanna, go ahead, just do it out your car for a while and upgrade to a van or something, and then eventually move to the shop? Which one's most beneficial for you? And we're just gonna go over that in this video. Actually, jot some notes down and stuff like that because I like to come prepared. That's how I do things. But yeah, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I get a lot of DMs and people asking me, how is it, starting a business and this and that, because actually I have a shop now, so I'm kind of in that space now with what I do. But some detailers who are trying to get into the detail game and looking to kind of show like how to market themselves and stuff like that, they ask me a lot of these questions. So, but the main one is, should I be mobile or should I get a shop? And there's a million pros and cons to literally every business out there. And I would just have to say, and what I basically tell those people is, it's really up to you, because there's a lot of factors, a lot of pros and cons that play a role in obtaining such things in even the detail world, or the detail business and other businesses aspects. So there's a lot of pros and cons, and it's really kind of I can't really, I try to tell people I don't want to point you in the the wrong direction or the right direction. You definitely have to choose that for yourself, because it's really up of how good you want to be in business, and really kind of what kind of funds you have and location. This is a whole bunch of stuff. So here's like a little short version of it's mobile detailing versus shop detailing. Which one should you go for? Which one should you start off with? Now, me personally, quick little summary. I started off detailing, and I'll probably make another video about this, kind of show you guys how I got set up. But I started detailing. Well, I was working at a dealership, while I was going to college and stuff like that. So I already gained the knowledge and, kind of had the ins and outs of the business. And I was, doing customers' cars, this and that, getting paid, $20 here and there just to wash their car, because they didn't want nobody else touching it at the dealerships besides me. So that's kind of how I got started, and I saw the potential profit there was in the business, and I just took off with it. So yeah, I started that way, had bringing people to the dealerships, which you're not supposed to do. And then, kind of doing it on the weekends, like out of the trunk of your car. So no matter what kind of car you have, like I said, I'll post a video about this, of steps you need to take starting a detail business and what you need to have starting it, the minimum things. And so I started out of the trunk of my car, you got to go to people who have houses, water hookups, power hookups, blase, blase, blase. So that is kind of like the mobile, but I didn't really go full on mobile until, the beginning of this year. So what you wanna what when you're looking at being mobile versus getting a shop, I could have went straight from working at the dealership to getting a shop. Depends on what my funds look like, where I live, this and that. It's a whole lot of things that play in fact into it. So we're just gonna break down mobile versus shop detailing. So, and I got a list. Bear with me. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully I'm talking loud enough. But with being mobile, it's really, what kind of vehicle you have. I started out, I had a Ford Fusion. I had everything packed in my trunk. I was organized, this and that. But it's really what type of vehicle you have. I've seen people do it out of Kia Souls. I've seen people do it out of cars that are smaller than my car. So what type of vehicle do you have? What can you put in there? What type of equipment can you put in there? How much space can you use and maximize? The next thing would be is vehicle and business insurance. Now, when you're starting off being mobile, you don't really need the insurance, but if you're just doing car washes, you'll pretty much be fine. But once you start getting to those like high end stuff, you're doing this and that. You just want to be insured. You never know what can happen. The customer can be like, "Hey, you did this to my car," even though you knew it was there or you noticed it while you were washing the car. You just want to have insurance, or at least take pictures before and after just to cover your end. So insurance, vehicle type, those are two major things. And I forgot to mention this as I go on through this video. I'm not going to say if they're pros or cons. You as the viewer and listener, you can just pick out what's the pros and what's the cons. So just bear with me. So reverse back. We already talked about the vehicle type, the vehicle or business insurance. Next up would be the setup. Is it going to be big, small? Is it going to be organized? Organization is definitely key if you want to move fast and make more money. Make sure you pause the video and rewind that and write down what I just said. Organization. So next up would be ads. Do you pay for ads? Do you just use social media? Social media is the perfect way of getting new customers, friends and families, word of mouth. That's kind of how I started. Then you may want to jump into ads, stuff like that. Being mobile, you also have to look at gas. How much you're spending on gas. The maintenance of your car. Depending on how old your car is or how new your car is, you don't want to be putting the wear and tear on the tires and running up the miles. If you don't care about your car or if you're just trying to do this for, a side business, you definitely got to look at these. You also got repairs with the maintenance and stuff like that. Odd things that happen, a little nail in a tire, knock on wood, but, these things happen, little fender bridges and stuff. Next up would be equipment. Do you have the right equipment for the job? Is it, reliable equipment? You definitely have to look at these things, man. Next up would be, do you bring your own water or power source? Now, when you're, mobile detailing out your actual car, you may not have enough room, depending on what size vehicle you have to. Now, if you have a truck, you could put a water tank on there, something small, but are you bringing a water source? Are you bringing a power source as a generator? These are things to look at. These are things that customers ask, like, okay, when they ask you your prices. So, okay, I'm paying this much, but you got to use my water and my electric? Hold on. So think about that. Sunscreen when you're out there, and I don't know where you are, but in St. Louis, I'm here in St. Louis, it gets pretty hot here. You got to stay hydrated. Bathroom and eating. So if you're mobile, you got to find somewhere to go. You got to pull over, eat in your car. It's just a lot of things within that, and you'll go through that in your head once you double back and look at what you wrote down from this video. Refilling. You gotta refill up your car, refill your products and your supplies. If you're doing something out of your car, oh snap, I'm low on this product. I gotta run to Walmart. I gotta spend the money I just made back onto that. So you got your refills, traffic. So I'm gonna jump down this list and go to time management. This is another point in the video where you pause it and write it down. So first you got organization and time management. Time management is key, man. If you say you're gonna be there at 10 a.m., try to be there at 10 a.m., man. Try your best, man. You have to look up these directions to where people live, see how far you live, see where the heaviest traffic time. I mean, you know where you live at, you know what areas are, highly impacted by traffic. So definitely time management, man. That's how you kind of set yourself from the other details, so to speak. I mean, obviously your work and your prices speak for yourself, but it's all about time management, man. You can be the last one on the totem pole, but if you show up first early, 30 minutes early, which I always try to do, you'll definitely win. You'll definitely win that customer over, because it's all about timing. That's what brings you the mobile business. That's why people are doing mobile. It's all about time management. They don't want to have to waste their lunch in a car wash line for like 30 minutes and then they don't have time to eat lunch. They want you to come to them. That's why it's so convenient. It's in their time. So after that, you also got weather. Weather is a huge thing. I'm in the Midwest, like I said, St. Louis, so we get all three. You just have to plan accordingly for these, and you have some customers that might get their car washed and then it might rain the next day. Then they might complain that hey, do you do anything for this? So the weather really plays about it. Pollen season, winter season, the snow, the salt. You really gotta think about these things before you jump into the mobile biz. Next is traveling distance. Traveling distance is huge because I live pretty much centrally located in St. Louis, but I will get calls that are like in Illinois. And I will go to some of those, I'm not driving all the way to Chicago, but I will go to, some places in Illinois that are pretty close. So I'm pretty widespread. And the traveling and the distance refers kind of back to, your vehicle type, the gas and the maintenance. So it's pretty much how much you want to spend on that. You will be putting miles on your car or your business car. So just keep in mind that the traveling distance is key. It may allow you to gain more and more clients, or more high paying clients, depending on where you live. So the more you spread yourself out, the more profit you could make and your business could grow potentially. Professionalism. You definitely want to be professional. You want to definitely have people skills and know how to talk. You want to know how to upsell. I'm just giving you guys key things. You definitely want to look the part. Don't show up to a person's house or job in a raggedy t-shirt and shorts. Say, hey, I'm here to detail your car, and they're you told them on the phone they're paying like $100 for this car wash and wax. You want to look the part. At least have a shirt with your logo on it. I'm not trying to tell you how to dress at all. Do what you do. I'm not telling you to cover up your tattoos. I have tattoos, but I'm not telling you gotta have a fresh haircut every day, because I'm bald. Sometimes I let the peach fuzz grow, but I just throw on this hat. Bow. I'm actually clean cut today, but just throwing something presentable. Definitely have business cards. Ways for people to reach you. Maybe a little flyer so they can see your prices if people are asking on the way as they're passing you by. Definitely look professional. Also, are you going to have workers with you? Are you the only one doing the mobile business? It will be pretty hard for you. if you're the only one working on your mobile business, then there's a limit to what you can do. There's a limit to how many cars you can do that day. Because I mean, we're all humans. We're gonna get tired. You gotta eat. You gotta drink. You gotta hydrate. So you gotta think about these things. So if you're gonna have a worker, you know, you also gotta know, like, okay, you gotta make sure your worker's getting up on time. Time management. Back to that. You gotta make sure you guys both eat, stay hydrated. You know, if the schedules work out for you guys, does that person have another job, or are they working with you full time? You know, how much you're gonna pay them. Stuff like that. Another thing is with the customers, you want to be upfront, and this kind of ties to both the mobile and the shop. You want to be upfront with the customers. Tell the customer if you can do a job or you can't do a job. If a stain will come out or it won't come out. Or if you've seen that before and you know it won't come out, you just tell them. Or if they show you something you've never seen before, say, hey, I can attack it, but I don't even know if it'll come out. If it does, good. If it doesn't, hey, you already told them. And also, what I highly suggest is, and this kind of jumps back up to, you know, both mobile and shop and business insurance. You definitely want to take before and after pictures of the outside of the car, the inside of the car, because, like I said, you got those customers that it might sound all good and gravy, and okay, yeah, and they leave, and then they come back like, whoa, where did this come from? Where did this scratch come from? Where did this tear in my seat come from? And they will try to get you out there. You know, there's people out there living to, you know, win lawsuit cases, man. This is all they do. That's their job, you know. I don't know if that's a real thing, but hey, people get sued every day, but you don't want this to affect what you've got going in your family and stuff. So as we move down the list to the shop, some of those things will flow, like the refills and stuff like that. But shop, so you got the shop rent, you know, gas, sewer, water, electric. I don't know. Do you live in an apartment right now? Or are you living at your, you know, parents, or do you have your own house? This is another mortgage, rent, whatever. Waiting room. Do you have a waiting room? Some customers love the idea that you are mobile. So, hey, come to me. But then you have those other customers that are like, you know, their days are planned out. It's fully packed. They have nothing to do but work, and they're ripping and running. They can only drop off their car. That's it. So can you offer that option? They probably just want to drop off their car. They don't really want you at their house or location. I can understand that. I have customers that, you know, who would rather drop off their car and leave it with me and then come pick it up later because they have other cars. And you have customers that, hey, yeah, come to my house. You do the car at the house, and they stop you midway. They're like, hey, we're just gonna go on a run. We're gonna, you know, hit the store with it, and they leave you at their house for almost the entire day. You know, there's levels to people, so you just have to figure that out. And those people who love to drop off their cars potentially love working with people who own shops. So, do you have a waiting room? Is it nice? Is it a decent size? Is it taken care of? Is it, you know, safe? Is this COVID going on right now? So is there masks, you know, hand sanitizer nearby? Next up would be, you know, the shop space insurance. So you want to have business insurance, then you got to get this shop insured. You know, if anything happens, did you buy the shop outright? Are you leasing it? You know, those type of things. It's a ton of stuff. Like I said before, workers pay. You know, you got to figure out the hours. It's a whole ball game with running employees. Next would be the lighting. Now, when you're mobile, it's good. It's not good when the weather's bad, but it's good when the weather is good, or just on an average day if it's cloudy outside. So all the light from outside comes into the car. You can see every stain. You can see every dirt, you know, particle. You can see every scratch, swirl. When you're in a shop, you have to make sure your lighting is up to code, you know, because if you bring the car inside, you won't see something until you bring it back outside, if you know what I mean. In my shop, I have all the lights on, you know, they've all been replaced. I could build in more lights around it, which I might do early on. Later on, I'm not too sure, but I make my employees wear headlights So it's just another protection. Working equipment. What happens if your electric cuts off that day? You gotta figure out something, or a power washer goes out, or something. You know what I'm saying? Next up would be ads and social media. Like I said before, you're already spending, the shop rent. You have to make this certain amount to pay for the next month, every month. So you got to know your expenses when you're dealing with the shop, and actually having a family, and living in an apartment, or having a mortgage. So you got to know how much money you can spend on ads, because to grow your business, you do need to spend money on ads. High-end services. Now, having a shop allows you to do high-end services that you will not be able to do while mobile. So you can offer wraps, liquid wraps, ceramic coatings, all type of car customs, oil changes. There's an array of things you can offer that you would need a shop for. Because if you were just outside and the wind was blowing, things can go bad. Overspray can get everywhere. The temperature's not correct or not right for this certain product that you need to use. So high-end services is definitely a plus in the shop. I highly recommend you not do any high-end services as a mobile person. But moving down the list, multi-biz. So I said, oil changes, detailing. You can do window tinting. Like I said, car wraps, stuff like that. You can do multi-business type things in the shop. Next up would be, be upfront with the customer. Like I said before, you just got to be upfront with them. Take photos, and I forgot to mention this earlier for the mobile, but this kind of pertains to both of them, mobile and shop. When the customer brings their car in, you say, okay, yeah, coming in for the interior, blase, blase. You want to kind of walk around the car with them. And what I usually do, it's not here right now, but it's in my shop. When a customer comes to me, no matter, because I have a mobile unit and a shop, and I have two clipboards for both, in case needed. But what I usually do is, I have a little template, kind of like a body shop template, printed on this piece of paper. And so when a customer comes in, I pull out my clipboard. They notice right away, okay, this guy takes it serious. I can't pull a fast one on him. This is what they're going through their head. He's legit. So I'm walking around the car with him. I'm marking things down that I see. Okay, you got a scratch here, scratch on driver's side door. That type of stuff right there will set you apart from the others, and it also protects you. So that goes to mobile and shop. So that's kind of the list I came up with. Is it best for you to get it to start your detailing business as a mobile person, or to get a shop? Like I said before, it really depends on how your funds are looking. How your funds are looking. Kind of drew a blank there. How your funds are looking. Where you live. Is it you have to, when you're making these type of moves, you have to run the numbers and see if it'll be good. See if it'll be profitable. Do you have a big enough customer base to pay for the rent that the shop is going to cost you? So you have to think about these things. You have to literally sit down, get you a pen and paper, write down the cost, right? How much money you got in the bank, how much money can you invest, and once you're investing, can you find that customer? How much money are you charging that customer? And then how much money from that customer that you receive are you going to reinvest back in the business and then pocket? So you have to think about everything, man. If you're living by yourself, it's going to work good. Are you living with somebody else? What else do you have to pay for? You're paying for, your apartment, you're paying for a mortgage. Do you already have a loan, on your car? Do you already have a loan on your, student loans? Are you thinking about getting a van and having your car so you can run your detailing out of your van? So there's multiple avenues. You can definitely start doing this in your car. Or you can have your car and then get a work car, set up business accounts, business credit cards. There's a ton of stuff, and it's really up to you what you want to do. The world is yours. You can achieve what you believe, because anything that you about to do in this world has already been done, and it's been done by millions others, million people. Unless you're inventing something new. So you watching this channel, I'm new in the game, in the shop game, but I started off as a mobile detailer. If you're about to start off as a mobile detailer, hey, that's good. You see where you can get by watching me, and I have seen where I can get by watching someone else. So take notes throughout this whole video. Rewind it and just double check over the stuff I just talked about, and just really think hard about it. And I will definitely be shooting a starting a mobile detailing business video here soon. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please share it and subscribe for more videos that will come out soon.